Sarah pressed her face into my shoulder, trembling. Something had changed in my wife over the past few months, and I finally understood why. I can't do this anymore, she whispered that night. Her voice cracked as she told me everything about her boss Marcus. What started as grateful employment had turned into a nightmare I never saw coming. My mom's best friend had seemed like such a decent guy when he offered Sarah the position. She'd been searching for work for months, sending out applications that disappeared into the void. When Mom called and said Marcus had an opening at his firm, it felt like a blessing. But Marcus wasn't who he thought he was. Sarah described how he made comments about her appearance during meetings, how he joked that she should be more grateful for the opportunity he'd given her, the way he'd stand too close when reviewing her work, his breath on her neck as he pointed out mistakes that weren't really mistakes at all. The worst part came when she told me about the day Marcus called Sarah and his assistant Jennifer into his office. He made them stand facing the wall while he slowly removed his belt, the leather sliding through the loops with a sound that still haunted her. He never touched them, but the threat hung in the air like poison. My hand shook as she spoke. I wanted to drive to his office right then and make him understand what real fear felt like. We need to report him, I said. This is harassment, Sarah. It's abuse. She shook her head, tears streaming down her face. I am scared. He has connections everywhere. What if nobody believes me? What if I can never work again? I couldn't let this stand. If Sarah was too frightened to act, I would do it for her. The next morning, I called my mother. I explained everything, expecting her to be as outraged as I was. There was a long silence on the other end. I'll talk to Marcus, she finally said, her voice tight. Talk to him? Mom, he's been terrorizing your daughter-in-law. He needs to face consequences. I said I'll handle it, she snapped. True to her word, Mom did intervene. Marcus backed off immediately. Mom even arranged for Sarah to transfer to a different department, away from Marcus's direct supervision. I thought that would be the end of it. Then I saw the photo on Mom's social media. Her and Marcus at brunch, laughing over mimosas. The caption read, 30 years of friendship and counting with this one. I stared at my phone in disbelief. She made him stop harassing Sarah, but she was still having brunch with him, still calling him her best friend. When I confronted her, Mom got defensive. Marcus made a mistake, but I've known him since college. You can't expect me to throw away decades of friendship over a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? My voice rose. He terrorized Sarah. He created a hostile work environment. That's not a misunderstanding. That's abuse. I got him to stop, didn't I? Sarah's in a new position now. What more do you want from me? What I wanted was for my mother to have a backbone, to understand that some actions have consequences, that you can't just smooth things over and pretend nothing happened. That evening, Sarah and I sat together in our kitchen. She'd been quiet since the transfer, but I could see the decision forming behind her eyes. I can't be around your mom anymore, she said softly. Not while she's still friends with him. Every time I see them together, it's like she's choosing him over me, over us. My heart broke, but I understood. I support whatever you need to do. It feels like she sees me as some object she can move around to make everyone comfortable, Sarah continued. She fixed the immediate problem, but she doesn't actually care about what he did to me. If she did, she couldn't still be his friend. She was right. My mother had treated the situation like a logistics problem rather than a violation of someone she claimed to love. She'd rearranged the pieces on the board without addressing the fundamental issue. Marcus was a predator, and she was enabling him by maintaining their friendship. The hardest part was watching Sarah rebuild her confidence. She still flinches sometimes when someone approaches her from behind at work. She second guesses herself constantly, wondering if she's making mistakes that will give someone ammunition against her. We haven't spoken to my mother in 6 months now. She sends texts occasionally, asking when we'll get over this and come to family dinners. She doesn't understand that there's nothing to get over. There's only a choice she made, and we made ours in response. Some people say family should forgive anything, but I've learned that protecting the people you love sometimes means setting boundaries with the people who hurt them, even when those people are your own mother.